Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how the richest of the richest players make their gold in World of Warcraft. And of course we're going to be talking about flipping. Flipping is where you buy an item for cheap and you resell it for a higher price. So for an example here we have the Golden Mains Reins. So this is a mount that a lot of people know. So if we go ahead and look at the ledger for this item, you can see that I've brought this, a whole heap of them, for 30k and 20k. As you can see, we spent 1.3 million and 1.8 million at 20k each. So we brought hundreds of these. We actually brought a total of 139 of these mounts. So this right here is where we've actually gone ahead and brought the item, and then where you can see sale, this is where we've sold it. So we brought them all for 30k to 20k. On average it was about around 20k was the average. We brought a lot more that were 20k. And so if we go ahead and look at the sales, we can see then we resold it for 123k, 45k, 66k, 59k, 89k, 84k, 102k, 92k, a big one right here, 237k, 111k, and as you can see we've sold a bunch of these for way higher than the 20,000 gold that we actually paid for this item. Now how I actually did this is that I brought these and then I spread these across multiple different realms, selling them on a bunch of different realms. So just off this one item, and we still have about half of them that we need to sell, but just from selling half of them, we can see that the total that it cost to buy all 139 of these was 3.2 million gold, with the average price of 23,000, and this is for all 139 of them. And then just off the 55 that we've sold already, we have sold them for pretty much 5.9 million gold, with an average price of 107,000 gold. So once we actually sell all of these, this will be well over a gold cap. This will be close to like 12 million gold for just this one item that we brought, for a total of 3.2 million gold. So this is the basics on how it works, but there's a lot of things you need to know to actually do flipping correctly. So first of all is the setup, and for the setup, how you want to do flipping nowadays is cross realm flipping. So you want to have a character on every single different auction house on your region. So let's go ahead and log out and I'll actually just show you. So if we go ahead and look at my character list, we can see that I have a bunch of alts. And so these are all bank alts that are at the bank. As you can see, I have one on every single realm on my region. If we go ahead and look at realms, we can go ahead and kind of look at the numbers. As you can see, we have one character on all of the different realms. Now some of the realms are connected, meaning some realms share the same auction house. So you only need to make one character on each of those clusters. Also, to cover absolutely every single realm, you are going to need a WoW account 2 on the same BattleNet. So I have WoW account 1 and WoW account 2. This will be required to cover absolutely every single auction house on both the NA region if you're on NA, and you also have to do the same thing if you're on EU to cover every single auction house. Now also for the setup, there is a bunch of things which, if you do want to see step by step on how to do all of this in video format, I have a 6-hour video training that will show you exactly how to do cross realm flipping with a proven to work system that pretty much streamlines the whole process and makes it extremely easy for you. And that will be linked down below in the description box. And I also have an in-depth guide, which is an ebook that also goes over all the things you need to know about flipping in retail World of Warcraft. But back to the things that you are going to need, we'll do a quick overview in this video. You're going to need some add-ons. You're going to need Auctionator. You also are going to want to have Point Blank Sniper. And then also the main one is Trade Skill Master, which is TSM. So I have videos on how to set this up and full in-depth guides inside of my flipping course and flipping guide. Now once you have these add-ons set up, you actually need to have some things in these add-ons to make them useful. So with TSM, you're going to need groups. Now these are the groups that I have made that I've spent many hours perfecting these, and these have all the best items to go ahead and to flip with. Now on top of these groups, which obviously you can search for items and sell items with, you also are going to need TSM operations, and these are basically going to automate the whole process of posting the items. Now how mine are set up are that they're going to only post items at a profitable price no matter what. So if you want to go ahead and get your hands on my groups and my operations, they are in my flipping course or in the flipping guide, but it'll basically give you an import string. You come to groups and then you click on import group, you add the string right here, and this will automatically put all of my groups and operations into your TSM, so you can do exactly what I am doing. Now on top of the TSM groups and operations, I also have point blank sniper groups that you can actually snipe items with. So for this, you're going to need Auctionator, and you're going to make groups like this. And once again, you can import my groups from my guides. It will have the import strings for you ready to go. And then you want to click on sniping, and this is with point blank sniper. Let's just go ahead and pause this, but we'll be able to see that all the groups will look like this. And you can go ahead and you could select groups. For an example, let's do battle pets, and we want to have it as the region sale average, and let's say anything under 50% we would like to see, and this will go ahead and pop these items up right here. So this is another really good way to go ahead and buy items. Let's go ahead and pause this right here, but obviously you can do this with a bunch of different groups. I might as well show you also how to actually find items with TSM. I'll just show you this very quickly, but basically as you can see, you can select groups or just certain groups. Say we just want to do the war within recipes, we can go ahead and select just those, or we can do a combination of a bunch of different groups. Say for an example, we want to search just the best transmogs. We can go ahead and search this, and what this will do is we'll search all the items that are in that specific group, and it will give you a market percent right here. Now depending on what you have this set to, the percent will either be of the market value, which is the average price over the past 14 days, or you can set it to the region sale average, which is the average price an item has sold for over the past 60 days. So you can go ahead and you can do it like that. We currently have it set to the region sale average. So as you can see, this is a really good deal right here. Only spending 10k for an item that has a market value on this round for 70,000, a region market value average of 223,000, and a region sale average of 64,000 gold. So spending only 10k for this item is an extremely good deal. So let's go ahead and buy this item. So that's basically how it works. It's very simple, but you need to know how to actually, well, which items to actually go ahead and buy. And I'll show you how to do that all inside of my course and also the flipping guide. So the next method is going to be using Undermine Exchange. This is a website and a very useful tool for cross-realm flipping. So as you can see, we're on the website at the moment. You want to select the realm that has your correct region. So as you can see, it says US or EU next to it. If you're US, you want to select a realm with US. It doesn't really matter which realm as long as you have the correct region. Now once you have that set up, let's go ahead for an example and do the golden mains reigns like I showed at the start of the video. So you go ahead and search the item up, then you want to click on it, then you click on the item. Now this is going to bring up a bunch of details, but the first thing and the main thing is going to be this number right here, which says the lowest price among all the US realms right now. So you can look at this and see, well, on one of the realms, we know that it is for sale for 127,000 gold, which is, it is still a bit overpriced, but if this was a lot lower, you could go ahead and there could be possibilities for good deals. So then you want to go down right to the bottom. You have this chart. This will show the name of the realm and also the price. So the realm quantity is in the red, and then the price is going to be in the blue. But there's also a table, and you're going to sort this from the lowest, and it goes all the way down to the highest. So you can figure out if you want to buy it on the lowest realm, and it will have the realm. You can go ahead, log into that realm, buy the item, and then move it to a different realm and sell it for a much higher price. Now there's other ways to find items with this. Obviously you can search in their names, and I do have a list of the top 100 items I recommend using in Undermine Exchange and searching for. And I also show you how to actually find your own items that have a good sell rate and they also sell for a good amount of gold to search up in Undermine Exchange. Also though, you could just come to armor and you could go through like the groups or the categories on the side, and you could go through all of them and you could find items and figure out which items you would like to flip. This is another method. You can do this with all the different categories. Now Undermine Exchange can work really well. Now there are a few different other methods, but I like to keep them all inside of my flipping course, which is the video course, and also my flipping guide, which are both linked down below in the description box, just for some more basically expert ways to go ahead and to find items. So what I'm going to do at the moment, I'm going to buy a few more items and I'll show you how to go through the process of actually selling the items. Alright, so we've got a couple items here. Let's go ahead and throw these up on the auction house. Now how the operations work, it will only post them at a profitable price compared to what we paid for the items. So we'll keep track on average on how much we paid overall for each item. And we go ahead and we're going to be using TSM to post. You go to auctioning, you want to have all groups selected, click on run post scan. This will scan all of the groups, all the items in our groups, and it'll work out the best possible price to post them at. It will undercut the competition. If there's no competition, it will post at a reasonable price that is profitable that the item will sell for. So we've paid 30k each for these, resell it for 115,000. We paid on average 4.3k for this item, and we're going to be reselling it for 40,000. We paid 10k for this, reposting for 40,000. We paid 2.5k for this, reposting it for 5k. And we paid 2k for this, repost for 20k, 4k to 14k. Then you just want to click on post, or if you're using the TSM macro, which I am, you can just click the TSM macro, whatever you have a keybind to. So let's go ahead and post this. Now, whatever does not post, so for an example, the operations is only set up to post one of each item on each round. So as you can see, we have an item left over. If we were to go ahead and scan this, it will bring up saying that the maximum amount already posted. So that means we already have at least one of these two items on this specific round. Also, if it can't post at a profitable price, it will also tell you, and this will stay in your bags. Anything that is left over, you're going to go over to the Warband bank. So the Warband bank is a new feature in the War Within, where you can basically bank across all of your different characters that are on your BattleNet. So even on the second account, so WoW 2 on our BattleNet, we can actually move items over to that round. Well, to those characters on the different account. Now, as you can see, we've got a bunch of items already in here. Now to get this window up, you type in TSM Bank UI, and this will bring this up. So TSM Bank UI, UI has no spaces. You want to click on auctioning, make sure all of the groups are selected, and then click on move to bank. As you can see, we've got a bunch of different items in here already. Now what you'll do is you'll log over. So simply just move on to the next round. Now we're on the second account. Let's go ahead, open up the Warband bank, and we're going to make sure all groups are selected, and we want to click on post cap to bags. And this is going to remove one of every single item from our Warband bank, which will make it a lot easier when we're posting, because obviously on each round we only want one of each item to spread them out across multiple different rounds to get more sales. So we just get out one of each. This will make the whole process a lot easier. We don't have to go through and do it ourselves. It'll do it automatically with this feature right here. So once this is loaded, this will put all of them in our bags. So just like that, we have one of every single item in our bags. Let's go ahead and open up the auction house here. Now we already have a decent amount of items posted on this round. So we are going to get some that have already been posted. So let's go ahead, have all the groups selected. So when you see this, the cheapest option below minimum price, it just means you can't post them at a profitable price on this round, which is fine, absolutely fine. We're also going to see the same thing happen where we already have one of this item already posted on this round. Let's go ahead and wait for this scan to complete. And now we're going to post all the ones that we can. Anything that is left over, we put it back in the Warband bank, and we're going to move that over to a different round. So let's go ahead, post all the items that can be posted on this round. This means they're posting at a profitable price, and there's only one of these that are going to be posted on this specific round. Anything that is left over is either not profitable at a 50% profit margin or more, or we already have one or more posted on the auction house. So now anything that we have left over, so all of these items right here, we can go ahead, throw these back in the Warband bank, and then we'll move over to the next realm and we'll rinse and repeat this process. By the end of it, we'll have one of every single item across all different realms, and also they'll all be posted at a profitable price, giving us a lot more sales. Obviously, there is a lot more to cross-realm flipping. So if you want to learn all of the secrets and methods and systems on how to do this properly, you can check out my 6-hour video training course that will walk you through step by step through every single little detail about cross-realm flipping. So there'll be a link for this down below in the description box. Obviously with this you also get my TSM groups and operations that you can import straight into your TSM. You also get my point blank sniper groups, which you can import straight into your auctionator and be ready using right away. So if you want to check this out, this will be linked down below, and this is also at wowflippingtraining.com. And on top of that, if you want something that is just a bit cheaper, I also have my ebook, which is a flipping guide, which is all in text and image form, and that is a bit cheaper if you want to go ahead and get that. This also has the TSM groups and operations inside of it. So they'll be linked down below. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button, and also I'm thinking about making some flipping series, so let me know if you're interested in seeing that.